Hey, that was wonderful and so nourishing. And now we get to move into the meat and the theme of our circle. And there's so much powerful astrology going on. So we're going to dive into some of that and start to see how that is showing up for us in our own lives. So I'll let you take it away, Alicia.
Well, I pulled a card for us tonight and then I saw the one that was on the bottom of the deck, so I'm going to show you both of them. The Seven of Voices is the tarot card that represents the Seven of Swords. It's the air element, it's our intellect and our thinking, and this is perfect for tonight because the union of Venus and Mars in the sky happening right now as we speak in Aquarius, our highest mind, our most expansive thinking mind at the time of the full moon. So these two cards just felt so beautiful and I wanted to share. So the way that I feel into the Aquarius energy, and if anyone wants to share as we do go around after we talk about this theme, and you want to share your astrology, just so we all know each other on that level. Sounds like there's some other people here that know what we're talking about. I'm a Leo and I have an Aquarius moon, so I was born under a full moon in Aquarius, and I feel it so powerfully. I've been feeling this energy of all this Aquarius, the sun in Aquarius, and then Mars passed over Pluto, which just entered Aquarius at 0 degrees, still just the very beginning of it. And Venus passed over Aquarius and caught up to Mars. And so the two of them are at 6 degrees Aquarius at the time here of the Virgo full moon. So we've got two really big archetypal energies to work with on multiple dimensions. So we've got the earth energy of the full moon and that Virgo priestess, purity, clarity. She's so healing. And the illumination of the full moon energy is just like bringing a huge celebration of all that we've been through. And in our circle share, we're going to ask you, like, what have you been through this week? Because the Venus and Mars energy in Aquarius has brought a lot up for me, and I know Stella Rae, and I'm sure all of you, around the drive that we have and how we bring ourselves and our purpose into the world, because that's our Mars energy and what we do with our energy and our purpose. Oh yeah, we've got one more sister joining us, and this is my friend Sia, so I'm gonna bring her in. And I'm gonna welcome her. Sia, welcome. We
Thank you so
just,
much.
yeah, we just stitched our circle and called in the directions, so we want to include you. Would you like to introduce yourself with your name and what brings you to remember the sacred feminine within you?
Yes, my name is Sia Cortinas. I live in the Blue Mountains in Walla Walla, Washington. I am so excited and honored to join this circle because my whole life I've worked on kind of tapping into my inner goddess, and I'm excited to learn and share with all of you.
Yay. Well, we're just jumping into the astrology. So you came at the perfect time. Sia is also an Aquarius bringer of all that etheric wisdom. And that's kind of what we're talking about is this Mars energy. So welcome, sister. Welcome, Aquarius one. The Mars energy is how we do in the world and what we are focusing on. So we're focusing on this
Yeah.
mental realm of what we can think bigger and expand into, and what like new possibilities are coming. And I recently moved and I have doors as like built into the walls everywhere. They're just like part of the walls. So I have all these doors of possibility, and I'm feeling that energy of Aquarius as these multiple doors of possibility. And we'll talk about Chiron too, because that key unlocking the doors is an important piece of this whole thing. But then Venus bringing her feminine wisdom in this very new way. It's kind of electric and sudden and exciting, and then bringing the Mars and Venus together, those two energies, it's just been so powerful. I've had awakenings over this last week that have just like shocked me into so much gratitude that I'm feeling on the other side of that Pluto energy, um and this full moon is bringing me into a huge celebration. So that's my first bit of synopsis. I'm going to pass it over to Stella Rae. I think we're going to bounce back and forth a little bit and weave together what we know.
Yes, that sounds perfect. One of the things that has been impacting me as well is we've moved into the solar season of Pisces, which has kind of softened some of that electric energy of Aquarius, but we still have the electricity of Mars and Venus being there, Mercury having gone through there too. So, and meeting Pluto, of course, has also, for me, I've been really aware the past couple of weeks of what big reverberations are tearing me down, but then bringing me through and giving me some insight on the other side. But like you said, Alicia, I'm happy to be on this side because there definitely have been some breakdowns in the past couple weeks. With the Mars energy, like Alicia said, being about our courage and the way that we move forward and our momentum in identifying the things that we love and that we want and that we are dreaming of, and the places that we might have indecision and fear and lack the courage or stumble as we're trying to take that forward leap. And then Venus following right behind, where are we softening to really tune into what the desire is? And are we slowing down enough in our busy world to let that feeling in? Like, what do we really desire? And what do we really, at the end of the day, long for, so that we're willing to do the hard things and get past the obstacles that inevitably will arise and keep going. And this Virgo energy has been a blessing in shedding light on where we should focus our energy and attention. Venus is so much about that focus and tuning in and knowing this is what I want and these are the steps that I need to get there. And Virgo can also heighten our inner critic because we become so aware that we're not quite there yet, or wow, these are the steps that I still need to take. This is the mastery that I still need to gain that I don't have yet, or that I feel that I don't have yet, that I'm still developing. Because Virgo is always about more and more excellence and more mastery. And so it's easy to fall into the inner critic around that. And I definitely went through that the past couple weeks, and and had to remind myself, give a lot of love for our humanity, which is Virgo. Virgo is like, how are we human and imperfect and never going to feel like we're ever there? It's always this work in progress. So yeah, tuning into those energies, and I'm sure we'll talk more about the sacred marriage of Mars and Venus and how that energy right now is helping us tap into that dance within us of our inner masculine, or our inner drive and our inner desire, our inner feminine, to be in this dynamic relationship with life as it's unfolding, and in an electric Aquarian kind of way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the full moon is Friday night, technically Saturday morning, right? And I've been feeling it for like a week or more, this pull to focus in on what's most important. So I wonder if everyone here has noticed that like inner critic, or just like getting kind of meticulous about things and focusing on them. That Virgo energy is really purifying to clear out those old thoughts that are not serving us. I went and got my teeth clean in like a deep clean kind of way, and the whole time I was thinking, I'm clearing out all of the little old, like deep-seated thoughts and beliefs along with the plaque. Like the physical representation of clutter clearing your space around this time of year and getting to organizing things and focusing on that energy will help us heal and help us bring that clarity that we're looking for moving into the new year. And I want to highlight, this is the first full moon of the wood dragon lunar new year. So last 2 weeks ago for the new moon, we did a circle. It was our very first circle. It was like a new moon and new year and new initiation. And the full moon is about celebrating how far we've come. And for the last 2 weeks, like, what did you put in place that you can celebrate right now and honor yourself for all the hard work that you put in, all the things that you chose, like Stella Rae was saying, like making those choices of what's important and kind of filtering through what's not important. My son is 16 years old. My boy turned 16 on February 1st. He's an Aquarius and has a lot of Aquarius energy in him. And my focus has been him, even though it's been really challenging. We've had a hard 2 years. And I want to celebrate that this full moon has brought so much beauty to our relationship, because I really held to that focus and what's the most important. So that's exciting. And I would welcome everyone to use the chat or to think about what you want to share in our sharing time that we'll do after this little bit about the wisdom of the astrology for what you're celebrating at this full moon.
Yes. The only thing I want to add before we do that is that, coming into the Pisces season too, after Imbolc and the Aquarian sort of, I think of the Aquarius energy that when that comes in as like the fertilization of spring is happening, and it's like we're getting this influx of inspiration and ideas, and that can come in kind of sudden, and sometimes we miss it, like it's a spark, and we have to be careful to not miss it and to pay attention. Then we move into Pisces, and I feel like this time seasonally too is a time just to gestate and to take that inspiration and what's come in, and not necessarily rush out to bring anything into fruition yet. Like we'll get there in Aries season and with the equinox and the eclipse that's happening, all sorts of big energy ahead. So it's this Pisces feeling of like, ooh, let's like be in our wombic, soft, gestative, juices, and let whatever's coming in, like have some time and space to be there and to get nourishment in this cosmic sense. And that makes me excited. That turns me on a little bit. Yeah.
I love it. Well, we can't forget about talking about the Venus cycle too, and
Yes.
what chakra gate we're in.
Yes.
So Venus travels through a 19-month cycle, and both Stella Rae and I have been studying this for years now and are ready to like bring this to the the feminine consciousness. So the Venus cycle starts with the star point where Venus is aligned with the sun. And then almost right before the new moon, she's just a crescent before the new moon, she conjuncts Venus in the sky as the morning star before the sun rises. So we get these cyclical descent energy, and the story is Inanna going to the underworld, and we are now in the 6th gate. So she starts at the top, she takes off her crown, her earrings, her necklace, her breastplate, her staff, and now she just took off her belt, which is that sacral chakra of creativity, and this energy of Aquarius, and creating the clarity within our wombs for what we're initiating in our creative life. And that's like the magic of that. Anything else you want to add? Feel free.
No, that's perfect. Just the bringing together of that with Pisces season, and yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I
we're
love this Pisces
right.
energy. It was
Yeah.
so nice to shift into. So
Yeah.
good.